A very good morning to Dr. Suraya binti Ibrahim from Group 12. Now, our group are going to present the presentation for the group assignment. My name is Lew Hui Yan. I am going to present a part of introduction and the background of our company, which named Mott Sendirian Berhad. Mott Sendirian Berhad is an ice cream and frozen dessert brand owned by Malaysian. The picture shown is the logo of Mott Sendirian Berhad. Mott Sendirian Berhad is commenced in 20 February 2020, and the founder is Mr. Lim Hui Yan, which born in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The picture shown is the location map of Mott Sendirian Berhad. The factory is located at BF2 Jalan Segambut, Kawasan Perusahaan Segambut 51200, Kuala Lumpur, Federal Territory of Kuala Lumpur. The operating hours is from 8 am to 10 pm, while the office working hours is from 8 am to 5 pm. The office number is 0322763358. The official website is www.mott.com.my. The vision and mission. The vision and mission of the company is to be a good place to employees to work and influence them to make them to do their best during the work. And also the employees must abide by integrity, always be honest and trustworthy. And also by reducing, reusing, and recycling, so the company can minimize the carbon footprint on the environment. And also having new products and an efficient workforce and processes. They're also sharing the love with the quality of ice creams, dedicated and skilled employees and teamwork. The company will provide quality products and services that consistently exceed customer expectations through the use of technology. Product description. Mott Sendirian Berhad produce three kind of products, which is three kind of different flavor ice cream, which is chocolate chip flavor ice cream stick, vanilla chocolate chip flavor ice cream stick, and coffee chocolate chip flavor ice cream stick. Organizational chart. The CEO, Chief Executive Officer, is Mr. Lim Hui Yan. Chief Operating Officer, Mr. Desmond Lee Gee Tat. Chief Financial Officer, Ms. Ooi Yoong Mei. Chief Marketing Officer, Ms. Chow Hui Yan. Chief Purchasing Officer, Mr. Tang Pheng. Human Resource Manager, Ms. Lew Hui Yan, and also the Production Manager, Mr. Lai Wei Jian. This is the organizational chart of the Mott Sendirian Berhad.
Next, I will be talking about the industry analysis. The industry analysis will be using an analysis tool of the company, which will using the Porter's 5 forces for the Mott Sendirian Berhad. So, including the 5 forces, it will be intensity of rivalries, the threats of ill entrants, the threats of substitutes, the bargaining power of suppliers, and bargaining power of buyers. Firstly, the intensity of rivalry is referred to the amount of competitors of Mott Sendirian Berhad in the market and their ability that cause threat to the company. Next, I will be talking about threats of new entrant. This will influence the corporation because of the new competitors on the market. There will be less time and resource it took for a rival to reach the market of a business, and to be a successful rival, the more the role of an existing corporation will be substantially undermined. Next will be the threat of substitutes. This will be the third of the 5 forces who can focus on substitutes, which is a kind of goods or services that will and can be used in the place of company products or services that can pose a threat to the company, which is the Mott Sendirian Berhad. Next will be the bargaining power of supplier. In these factors of the 5 forces models, This can address and let the company knows how easily that the supplier can push up the cost of input. The last one will be bargaining power of buyers. This can show the ability that customers have the willingness of consumers to push rates lower or their level of control. This method can cause an effect by how many clients or consumers a product has, or how significant each customer is and how much it will cost a company to find new customers or new competitors for its production. Next will be a customer analysis. After Mas Sendirian Berhad do a survey of 500 respondents, we can know about how many and what is the requirement for the customer's need before we produce the product. As a conclusion, most of the respondents had rather to purchase ice cream compared with purchasing cold drinks in a hot day. There are 144 votes on cold drinks and 356 votes on ice cream based on the survey form. The highest time is consumed 3 times ice cream in a month, come along with 2 times and 5 times. Based on the survey form, the top 3 flavors chosen by the respondent were chocolate, vanilla and coffee flavor chocolate chips ice creams. So the next one will be the product selection. The product selection of Mas Sendirian Berhad will based on the customer analysis, which is the survey form did before the product selection. So the product will be coffee chocolate chip, chocolate chips, and the last one will be the vanilla chocolate chip. After Mas Sendirian Berhad have finally done the customer analysis, they find out that these 3 flavor is chosen for a reason. The first one will be coffee chocolate chip. It is because with a taste of sweet and a little bit of bitter taste, people like the taste very much because coffee can help students and office workers or other kind of workers to make them more energetic after consuming caffeine products. Since the product is an ice cream, people have voted it for this reason. Other than that, the chocolate chip and vanilla chocolate chip is chosen by the age between 3 to 20 and 21 to 30. In this age distance, people do like have these sweet flavors more than others flavors such as strawberries and matcha, and the last one mint flavor. The last one will be the supplier information. There are 5 suppliers, which is Tai Huat Chan, Cos Dairies Sendirian Berhad, SHS Marketing and Distribution Sendirian Berhad, Baino Confectionery Sendirian Berhad, and the last one will be Take It Global Sendirian Berhad.
Good morning, Doctor. My name is Chow, Hwei Yuan. I'm going to present about the marketing mix used by the malts known as the 4P that includes product, price, place, and promotion. These 4 elements helps to identify a specific and useful approach to marketing a product. Product that malts producers are classified as a convenience product. It is defined as the consumer good that is typically purchased regularly, instantly, and with minimal comparison and buying effort by the customer. This usually require a wide distribution strategy and mostly available at convenient places such as grocery stores and supermarkets. Next is the attribution of product. The product attribute involves the benefit offers to the customers through the quality, features, and design of the product itself. Malts uses high quality ingredients from trusted suppliers, mainly cream, skim milk, cane sugar, cocoa, and egg yolks. Malts also produces a variety of ice cream which has different flavors to achieve the maximum satisfaction of the customer's taste. The last aspect involved in product attributes are the delicious food designs that can attract more customers. The malts ice cream are perfectly designed in sticks to their customers. It is designed for their customers to eat without getting their hands dirty. These sticks are 100% recyclable products as malts focuses on minimizing the environment impact of production and distribution to meet and exceed all environmental regulations. Next is the branding. Malts came up with a solid font that enables consumers to remember its logo in a short time. And the last in attribution of product is the packaging and labeling. It is important to use in marketing to identify the goods. It strengthens the label appearance to promote the ice cream. Labeling also provides the potential consumers with the knowledge about the product. This ice cream packaged by Malt must be under hygienic condition in suitable clean containers, sealed in such a manner so as to prevent contamination, and shall clearly appear on each container with the following information. Moving on, it is the linear product. The depth of product is the ice cream, and the width of product is chocolate chip flavored, coffee chocolate chip flavored, and vanilla chocolate chip flavored. The next element of the marketing mix is the place. Malts uses a channel that contains two intermediary levels, which are wholesalers and retailer. The wholesaler of malts usually consumes and stores large quantities of the ice cream and then breaks into the bulk deliveries to supply retailers and smaller quantities. Besides, the use of malt wholesalers makes economic sense for small retailers to minimal order quantities. Moving on is the third element of the marketing mix, price. There are two factors that will affect pricing, which is internal factors and external factors. As for the internal factors, it is because of the strategy factors in marketing mix. This is because currently the prices of ice cream produced by malts do not have the price differentials as malt is still a startup company. But in the future, price differential may happen by running a promotion, for example, buy one free one. This can attract more consumers to buy our ice cream. On the other side, the first external factors is pricing in different market. The type of market for malts is a perfect combination. Malts will make a decision by pricing the ice cream based on the quality and the quantity of the cost, but malts will also have to set the ice cream price lower than the other competitors because it is still new to the industry. By the next external factors is the relationship between the price and the demand. Every price offered by the company will lead to a different level of demand. Using this factor, this can decide the price of the ice cream to encourage customers to consume more of their products. The last element of the marketing mix is the promotion. The promotion is a type of market communication that must be used by malts to persuade target audiences. Besides, the aim of promotion is also to increase awareness, create interest, generate sales, or create brand loyalty. As Malts is still a startup company, it does not have any promotion record yet, but it is currently planning to advertise their upcoming event on Christmas. The promotion will be spread out through advertising using social medias, which are mainly from Facebook and Instagram.
Good morning to lecturers and all my fellow friends, and I'm Lai Wei Jian, and I'm going to present about the capital allocation. Allocation of capital involves distributing and spending the financial resource of business in a way that improve its productivity and boost its profit. And I believe that every company have their own good planning before they decide to invest their money, include the Malts Sendirian Berhad. And the capital allocation is the method of sharing the financial resource of a company in order to maximize the long-term financial stability and the value development of the firm and to provide equal return to venture capital provider. And so here's the example of Malt Sendirian Berhad allocate their capital. The figure above shows that the statement of financial position for Malt Sendirian Berhad. As the statement of financial position show that the Malt Sendirian Berhad need 523,000 ringgit to buy their non-current asset, and those current assets are involved land, machinery, building, vehicle, and office equipment. And according to the statement of financial position, the cash in hand was worth about 5,000 ringgit, and while the cash in bank was 12,000 ringgit. And so the total asset of Malt Sendirian Berhad will be 540,000 ringgit. And because of Malt Sendirian Berhad don't have any liability, and so some of the capital was contributed by the shareholder to run this business. And so the figure above show that the source of fund that made by each shareholder and their contribution. In the next part, I'm going to present about the manufacturing process. In the process of manufacture also include the transformation process, which is show how the company use their input to produce become output. And so there is total X step included for the manufacturing process for the malt sendirian berhad. Before start the production, malt sendirian berhad will identify the raw material that needed for the production. This is because the different product require different raw material and have their own recipe. And so the second step will be pasteurization. And this step, the ice cream mix will pasteurize at the 80 Celsius for 1 minute. And the purpose of this step is to increase the safety of milk for the customer by curing the disease that generate microorganisms that may be found inside the milk. And so the third step is homogenization. And so in this step, the ice cream mix is homogeneous at 2500 to 3000 psi in order to decrease the milk fat to become smoother and creamier for ice cream to be made. And so the next step will be age mix and liquid flavoring. As everyone know that malt sendirian berhad currently have 3 flavors, and so at this step we are going to add some flavoring, which is the chocolate, coffee and vanilla. And after the aging mix, all the liquid flavor and color may be added into the mix before start to freeze the ice cream mix. In this stage, only the liquid ingredient can be added before the freezing to make sure the mix flow properly through the freezing equipment. And so the next step is freezing step. The ice cream will be freeze at 4 Celsius for at least 4 hours or overnight with a continuous stirring. And in this process, the ice cream mix will cool down before freezing so that it will allow the milk fat to partially crystallization. And so the next step will be followed by the packaging and also harden step. For the costing method, most sendirian berhad are using activity-based costing method to calculate the cost of production. Activity-based costing are more accurate than traditional costing method, and this is because they provide a more detailed overview of indirect costs. Through measuring and using this form of activity costing method, malt sendirian berhad can calculate the various product costs effectively and more accurate, and also have a detail of cost analysis report. According to the figures show that the direct labor per unit is 4 ringgit when the direct labor per hour is 8 ringgit per hour. And the maximum production of malt sendirian berhad is 5,000 units. With the direct labor hour per year is 2,500 hours, malt sendirian berhad need to produce 2 products per hour and also takes 0.5 hours to produce 1 unit of product. While the direct material cost per unit is 12 ringgit when the cost of raw material is 60,000 ringgit and need to produce 5,000 units of malt ice cream. For the overhead cost per unit was 2 ringgit, and because of the total overhead cost include of ice cream mix making, assembly and packaging are 10,000 ringgit. Divide with the unit produced, which is 5,000 unit, and so the overhead cost per unit is 2 ringgit. And so follow with the formula of cost per unit of malt ice cream, which is the sum of direct labor cost per unit, direct material cost per unit, and also overhead cost per unit, will become 18 ringgit. So the cost per unit of malt ice cream will become 18 ringgit per box of unit, which is included 4 sticks of ice cream inside each box.
My name is Pheng. Today I will present about the profit planning of our company. Our company's sales forecast for the ice cream is 30,000 units, selling price of 30 ringgit each, and 39,000 units selling at 30 ringgit each at year 2021, and 42,900 units selling at 30 ringgit each at year 2022. So all the materials are listed at costing method, which is a unit of 280 cents per unit. So our total cost of all the raw materials is 12 ringgit of all units. So we are involving two departments of the production, which is machining, assembly and packaging, and all the direct labor hour is needed at 8 ringgit per labor hours. So we are expecting will increase 10% both finished goods and raw materials at year 2020, 50% at year 2021 and year 2022. So our share capital is estimated at 540,000 ringgit, and the fixed asset is total at 523,000 ringgit. And our depreciation is charged on a straight line basis of 10% per annum. And our opening balance cash at hand is estimated at 17,000 ringgit. So step 1 of preparing the master budget is sales budget. So our sales budget for the year 2020 is 900,000 ringgit, and will increase 30% for the next year. 2021 is 1,170,000 ringgit, and will increase 10% at the year 2022, which is 1,287,000 ringgit. And step 2 is production budget. Production budget of year 2020 is 33,000. Year 2021 is 3,950 ringgit, and year 2022 is 434 ringgit 17 ringgit units. And our opening stock for 2021 is 48,000 ringgit, and at year 2022 is 53,000 ringgit 760 ringgit. Step 3 is direct material sales budget. So this is our total units we use for the production of the ice cream. And step 4, we will prepare the direct material process budget. So at year 2020, the total budget of using the direct material is 890,000 ringgit 947, and year 2021 is 1,988,000 ringgit, and year 2022 is 1,996,15 ringgit Malaysia. So this is our closing stock of the raw materials in 2020, which is 809 ringgit, 809.95 ringgit. In 2021 will be 909,000 ringgit 98 cents, and in year 2022 is 999,065 ringgit. So step 5 is direct labor budget. In year 2020, the direct labor cost is 132,000 ringgit. In year 2021 will be 149,000 ringgit 440, and year 2022 is 150,000 ringgit and 16. Next step is valuation of closing raw materials, and this is our step to close all our raw materials closing stock from year to year 2020, 2021 and year 2022. Step 7 is our closing finished stocks. So in year 2020, the closing stock value is 408 ringgit, 408,000 ringgit. In year 2021 will be 800,040 ringgit, and year 2022 will be 539,958. So the next step will be the cost of goods sold. We will prepare the opening stock from the beginning, and we will add on the manufacturing cost. The calculation will be production units times total direct cost. Then we will less the closing stock, and we will get the amount of the cost of goods sold. After that, we will get a net receipt. Then we will need to add the opening cash, and we will get the budgeted closing cash balance, which is the amount is 809,336 ringgit, which is surplus. Step 9 will be the cash budget. Each year we need to prepare the cash budget, which is we need to refer to the step 1. The year of 2020 will be 900,000 ringgit. In year 2021 will be 1,170,000 ringgit, and year 2022 will be 1,287,000 ringgit. After that, we need to minus the payments. First is purchases of the raw materials. Then we will minus the wages of the labor. So we calculated the total amount each year, and we will minus the sales, which we will get a net receipts, which is year 2020 each year, and we need to add the opening cash each year from the previous amount of previous year of the opening cash. And the final year we calculated for 2022 is 1,334,794 ringgit. The next step is budget statement of profit and loss. So in year 2020, the sales is referred to step 1 again, and we will less the variable cost of sales. Then we will less the depreciation expenses. After we less all the expenses, variable cost of sales, we will get the budget net profit. The first year 2020 will be 123,200 ringgit. In year 2021 will be 427,388 ringgit. And year 2022 will be 436,942 ringgit. So the final step will be budget statement of financial position. So in year 2020 and year 2021 and year 2022, it's the same. We need to record all the assets we have, and the balance is the same with the profit of the company. So the working capital is 919,700 ringgit. So we have calculated our company is balanced for each year. So that's all for today. Thank you.
Planning is essential for any business to succeed. If more sustainable plan for the future, companies will be able to identify the issue before they arise and have an action plan on how to approach them. When more sustainable follow a future plan, the company is better equipped to prepare for the future. A future plan sets the more sustainable focus, uniting employees toward common goals. Having a plan to guide more sustainable Hwei enables the company to choose employee-assigned tasks to work on that make the most sense to meet the company goals. Simultaneously, before more sustainable take any action regarding market role and new opportunity, companies also need to plan thoroughly to prevent any uncertainties along the way. More sustainable will focus on market research in order to understand the preference, desire, and needs of the consumer regarding the product. Based on the market forecasted will be boosting because of the increase in income drive the increase in demand for sweet dishes. Therefore, due to the increased preference for premium ice cream, sales of low-quality ice cream have declined, whereas the new special innovative flavors that the industry has come out with as an major market drivers. Product creativity and innovation can make ice cream a luxury brand. Therefore, Mao and Berhad intend to focus on product development. Mao and Berhad plan to constantly create something special so that can remain on the market, such as the creativity packaging designs that can catch consumer attention. Kids are the main consumer of ice cream, and Mao and Berhad will manufacture ice cream according to kids' preference. Most kids would prefer to select the ice cream because it is really looking attractive and the price is lower. Most Berhad plan to innovate more other new flavors such as matcha flavor to attract more consumers for the next few years. Moreover, Mao and Berhad plan to organize a challenge event which is Eating Ice Cream Challenge. Nothing more than competitions can encourage engagement. Mao and Berhad is planning to partner up with a local restaurant to organize the ice cream eating challenge, where the competitors will have to eat a giant serving ice cream in an allocated time. If the competitors complete the challenge successfully, competitors will be given a reward. Mao and Berhad will reward that winner by giving away T-shirts or other brand merchandise as the winning award, so that can further promote Mao and Berhad brand and help to increase businesses. Apart from that, Mao and Berhad plan to sponsor parties or events to get companies' name out there. Mao and Berhad will agree to sponsor the event if there is a large community event such as a festival, fair or other activity. Not only will it improve Mao and Berhad brand out there, it will also provide an exciting platform for business to sell goods. Business planning will be labeled in the gathering, which will drive the attendees to curiosity. Customers will be more likely to purchase Mao and Berhad products and will also buy merchandise from the brand of Mao and Berhad. Furthermore, Mao and Berhad intend to penetrate new industries to enhance brand awareness and expenses. For the coming years, Mao and Berhad plans to expand business into new markets and vertical product lines that can help Mao and Berhad line of products to double digits or more. Mao and Berhad intend to expand business in Penang, Malaysia in coming few years as planning. Penang is the best choice location for Mao and Berhad plans to expand new business because of some factors. The competitive edge of Penang lies in its skilled workforce, robust and reliable supply chains, top-notch infrastructure development, and government support, making it a preferred investment destination for Mao and Berhad. Thank you.